Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This is covering the GT3 league that we're in the middle of right now. This one, as you can tell, is the fearsome Nordschleife layout, specifically 24 hours, so we've got a little bit of the GP circuit bolted on as well. So we've just done qualifying. We you had about enough for 2 laps. I only really did one. I sort of had a fuel burn lap and then a hot lap. I posted an 8:20, I think it was, or an 8:23, which was good enough for third. It was probably one of my better laps, to be fair. As anyone that's ever driven Nurburgring will know, it's a very punishing track. It's when you utter concentration for the entire way around. A lot prefer it more than others. There were some people that were really dreading this race, but despite that we had a good turnout. And that is mainly thanks to a few new drivers, so I'll give them a little bit of a shout out. These boys have all come from P1. So the first one is Dory 1988. So he's running the Mercedes. I can't get a good camera angle, I'll just have to do that. We'll come to these guys during the race anyway, but Dory's in the Mercedes. Spider Team also in the Mercedes. Pilgrim Paddy bought a BMW to the party, so I had a BMW pal with me, so interesting to see how me and him sort of stack up through the remainder of the season. And Baggy Snails is also in another BMW, but Baggy's running the Z4 GT3, which no one else has ever picked, so it'll be interesting to see how that handles. So let's cover this then. I'm not going to cover the whole 60 minutes because there are parts of the race where nothing happens because we're all just lapping around as you'd expect, so we'll cut between action scenes and all that sort of stuff and do what we can. Obviously this is the ProAm lobby. Pro lobby was covered by Dark Smoker, so there will be a link in the description to his channel. Go and check him out because he does live streaming of the races. As I record this is nearly a week after this race has took place, so it's an absolutely hectic week. I've not really had much game time anyway. I've not even done any practice for tomorrow's race yet. That's gonna happen after tonight. So shout out to the sponsors as well, which is David Appleby Engineering, Excite Energy Drinks, GT Amiga Sim Racing Equipment and Thrustmaster. And obviously this is a co-joined lobby league, between Mature Racing Club, NxtGen Racing, SimFX and P1RC. So let's get this show on the road. So there's a bit of a jump start at the back there. Someone jumped the lights. I didn't quite see who that was. I just jumped through the field. So everyone's keeping it nice and tidy, and we are running full damage. So there's no real nudging going on. It looked to be Spider Team that got away slowly at the start. So jumping back up to the front, then I've made my way into second. That was courtesy of Buddy just getting it a little bit on the loud pedal on his way through. So I'd say I'm chasing down Jambu. I'm not really. My sort of strategy for this race was to try and stay alive, and we'll see how that plays out through the remainder of the video. But through wanting that strategy to sort of pay off, so to speak, I didn't need to be chasing cars down. I just needed to finish. Double points this one, so any position is half decent. And we've got a big lobby as well, so wherever I can come is beneficial. Dory up into third. He's had a good start, but he's had a bit of a bad start. He was on the front row of the grid, but he's got pace over a race to recover that. So me and him had pretty similar strategies going into it in terms of like pit stops and stuff. So we spoke about that before the race. We tend to have our cars tend to kill tyres and fuel about the same sort of rate, so you tend to find me and Buddy on the same strategies. Cutler's taking a chunk of the grass out. Cutler not a big fan of this track as we enter the Nordschleife for the first time. So he's getting a little bit congested at the front as Buddy's trying to make his way past Dory. He's going to struggle to do that one thing the Nordschleife is famous for. He's been famously difficult to overtake, and you can make moves, there are places to do it, but 9 times out of 10 you're just relying on other people's mistakes to get you around. So One thing that I need to get out of the habit of doing is following other people's mistakes. I did do that a couple of times here, and I'm sure we'll catch one or two of them. So you sort of get into a habit of watching the car in front rather than anything else, and if they make a mistake you tend to sympathetically do the same sort of thing. Anyone that went karting with me the weekend will know I did exactly that. So I'm running in second. I got a good setup on the BMW, I felt good with the car, I felt like I did as much practice for this one as I could, had no complaints about it, nothing wrong with the car at all. I actually felt really stable. AMGs do beat it for stability and grip, but as we see, Buddy's made a move past Dory now. Dory's at risk of losing that to Purcell as well. Yeah, Dory's lost 2 places in the corner there, so that was a bit of a bad start for Dory. We are about to see my mistake though, so coming towards Odenau, I just get 2 wheels on the grass, that sends the BMW round and into the arm coat. In real life that would have disintegrated the entire thing, but with this one we've kind of got away with engine damage, so to speak. I want to go across the grass to stay out of people's way, but it resets me, so I'm now even more upset. I flick the hazards on in just a second just to warn the cars coming through that I am going slowly. So that's Baggy going to get past. It's a long old lap this, so this is going to take me a good 8 or 9 minutes to get back round to the pits now. So I'm, with engine damage, not really able to exploit the full power of the car. Let's jump up to the front. So Jambu has escaped a fair bit, can't see Buddy anywhere in the background, but Buddy's now back in his original position of second position. Purcell promoted up into third, he's running a good race so far. Dory in fourth, still carrying a little bit of a penalty. NGR Robinson in fifth, with Joanna in sixth. Joanna has made a place up as well. Cutler in seventh, Baggy, Pilgrim Paddy. I'm in 10th still, there's a few cars still to get past me, that's how spread out this field gets. Sean F and Spider Team in the same sort of cars, having a good old battle. Spider Team's already showing some tyre wear, and Dangly Ball, who wasn't excited about the prospect of Nords at all. So just on watching this through, I noticed I was not the only one to do the dreaded 2 wheels on the grass. We're about to see Robinson do the same thing on approach to Carousel. Gets on the loud pedal, does pretty much a carbon copy of what I did, engine damage as well. So he's going to have to limp it around to the pit, stays on the outside of Carousel to let him call through. And he's also now going slowly, but he is a lot further up the road than I am. I am at this point plumb last. Spider Team has just got past me, so I'm now plumb last and I am just hemorrhaging time all this way through. So yeah, not happy bunny right now. So we're nearly 10 minutes in, and I've just made it back round to the start and finish straight, so I come into the pits with Pilgrim Paddy, who also did the same thing. This is where my race unfolds, though, ladies and gentlemen. My pit crew gave me tyres, so I thought I might as well change the tyres. But on Gran Turismo, when you're confirming what you want repairing, basically the button is easily pressed twice, put it that way. So as you'll notice, my engine isn't repaired, and I didn't repair my damage. So at this point I'm absolutely fuming. I know that's race over for me. That's gone. I've got no chance of a result now. I actually have to take a minute just to calm myself down, so it will leave me alone for a minute. I do end up continuing, just a spoiler for all those out there. So Jambu then absolutely rocking it away in first, still pulled a decent gap to Buddy. Buddy's carrying a little bit of a penalty, that's only a little track cut penalty and it's easily done here, but he is staying with Jambu. And just see third place Purcell come into the picture just then, and behind Purcell you'll see Dory coming through. Dory is ahead of Joanna. Joanna now running in 5th, so he's made 2 places up since this time last lap. Cutler in 6th. He's having a good race so far. Picked up a little bit of damage, so he's been off at some point, but you can sort of continue with that damage. Baggy Snell's having a good outing. He's in 7th at this minute in time. Spider Team in 8th again, having a good outing. Dangleball in 9th, not doing too bad either. Robinson 10th after that damage, so he has slow lap. His pit crew did repair his car though, so he's now back up to full racing speed. Sean F carrying a little bit of rear end damage, and then me still with an absolutely goosed engine. So yeah, you'll see. I'm just not happy at the minute. My head had gone at this point, and I was a bit mad. It took me a little while to calm down. I think the fact that I couldn't go racing pace was actually a good thing at this point, because I would have been a little bit upset. Just to go on board and demonstrate just how slow this is though. You literally haven't got any power. For a lot of the track it doesn't matter that much, but obviously in the race I'm watching the time to the leader just creep up, and it's into like the 2-3 minute mark now. I just go on the grass to get out of Pilgrim Paddy's way. Obviously it just makes it easier. I'm not in a competitive place at this minute in time, so I'm in 13th, plumb last. Obviously I'm going to come in at the end of this lap and hopefully repair my car again, but as you can probably, even watching this back, I'm annoyed. I guess I was sort of thinking to myself, what would a removed realistic target be, because I was hoping for a top 5 finish. Top 10 I've renowned that to now. Looking at the guys to the left, that's still going to be a tall order given that they are a few minutes up the road, put it that way, and we've still got 2/3 of this track left to go, so it's going to be a tall order for me to do that. So let's see how we get on with that one. So while I'm going 4 miles an hour at the back, we'll have a look at what the boys up front are doing. So we cut to Jambu. Jambu is just going to have a little bit of an issue now. So he just tapped the wall. That's not going to harm his... this is not going to cause him any damage though, but it is going to let Buddy through. So Buddy now into the lead of the race, with Jambu chasing him down. Everything else is unchanged behind. The race is effectively spread out a little bit now, with little gaps between everybody. So there is no on-track action at this minute in time. So just to show it's not me who has a bad day, we have a Cutler about to, he's running in 6th, he's doing a good old job. He's got a little bit of damage already as we previously covered. He's doing a really, he's probably aiming to pick the end of this lap, and he just loses it on the approach to YouTube corner and into the wall. So that's engine damage for Cutler. Kind of fortunate in a way it happened there, because there's not too much left of this lap, so it will cost him time, a fair bit of time, but not a fast yawning chasm. And don't forget I'm still hobbling around at the back somewhere. You can see my little blue blip. Not even nowhere near the carousel yet, and these guys are coming towards the end of the lap, so you can see how much time I've lost. Meanwhile the leaders start lap numero 3. Buddy in the lead at this minute in time, but Jambu is chasing him down, so these guys have stopped now. They will be hoping for another bit of a stint as Buddy goes off and into the wall. That doesn't give him engine damage, but he has got suspension damage. It's going to put Jambu all over his back ends. So the two are close, but Buddy's been able to get back up to speed. Fortunately it kind of happened at a very twisty section, so he didn't have a fast car bearing down on him. We do now enter a fast part of the circuit. With that suspension damage, it is going to affect him. Buddy, he's not going to be able to load that front corner as much as he'd like. He's probably going to get a little bit of understeer whenever he turns right. Jambu now looking for the move around the outside, side by sides. Big braking zone approaching. Jambu's going to have the inside corner for that. He gets the move done before the braking zone, and a lovely move by Jambu for the lead of the race on lap 3. We're a third of the way through this one now. great move by those guys. Meanwhile, almost instantly the lead has just changed and I've just started lap number 3. So I now have a repaired car. And I'm back up to full race pace. So I've already got past Pilgrim Paddy, who'd had some issues as well. So the fellow BMW. So I guess in a weird way, I'm the number 1 BMW in this lobby. But I do have a big gap to Spider Team. Spider Team's just entering the Nordschleife now, and I'm still going around the GP circuit. So yeah, I'm not having a great time. I've got to kind of hope for some accidents up front, and I never want to get results by accidents, but I kind of need them to have the same sort of luck that I've had in order to extract anything. So we'll see what happens. Dorido and Purzel having a little bit of a fight now. I've not watched this yet. This is just something I saw going on and thought, sod it, I'll just jump into having a look and see what happens. Is Dorido one of the new drivers? I've not really got to know him yet. The more you race with people, the more you know their driving style, how they drive, whether they're likely to make a lunge on you. I do know the P1 boys are clean. They're pretty much founded off clean racing, much like NxtGen Racing, MRC and everyone else are. I've seen a few of the races on Dark Smoker's channel as well, so I do know that they do keep it clean there. So this is what Purzel's looking at. You can see Joanna up in 3rd as well. So after the pit stop phase, these guys are all relatively close together, all doing a good job of navigating this latter part of the Nordschleife, which is very twisty, very undulating. The GT3 cars like to get nice and light around here, and it will kick the back end out. The MR cars don't do too badly, but the FRs like the Merc, the Nissan and the BMW, the rear ends just get very skippy around these parts of the circuit. So Dorido doing a good job of handling the pressure of Purzel chasing him down. Cutler into 6th after his earlier incident as well. And Dangly Ball went in 7th. To say how much he hates this track, not hates is probably a strong word, but probably dislikes this track. It's a good job by him. Snell's running in 8th on lap 3, with Robinson and Spider Team rounding out the top 10. So Lee's pitted then, and Buddy just manages to get himself out in front of Joanna. So into lap 5 now. Joanna's in the middle of one of his stints. Buddy's just started his. A little bit of a nudge there from Joanna on the back of Buddy. I think both do have a little bit of damage as a result of that, so they'll have to carry that aero damage throughout the remainder of their stints. It's not really worth pitting just to fix aero damage, you do lose too much time. So we'll see if Buddy manages to escape the clutches of Joanna. Joanna's got older tyres, so he should be able to do that. Joanna will have a little bit less grip than he will, especially in the faster corners. Jambu not too far up the road. He's just pitted along with Buddy as well, so he's just taking on fresh tyres and fuel. We'll see what Joanna does in terms of his strategy. The Purzel and Dory fight sort of ended, I guess, and Dory came out the loser of that one for now. Cutler into the pits. Cutler's picked up some more damage somewhere. Easy done on this circuit. Dangly Ball is going to be coming into the pits now. He's got a little bit of damage as well. Mr. Baggy Snails lost a position to Dangly Ball, but he can probably afford to go on for another lap if he wants to. Looks like he's doing that. Spider Team running in 9th at the minute in time, and you've got Robinson in 10th, and I am closing the gap. I have hammered away this lap. My first, what I think is my second lap at racing speed, and I've been able to close the gap a little bit to the guys up ahead. So yeah, not done too bad this time round, but yeah, still not I think I'm always going to walk away from this disappointed. There's no way I'm going to get myself back to where I was. Pilgrim Paddy in 11th, he's got engine damage, so he'll be going slow at the back. So we're on lap 5 now. Robinson is chasing down Spider Team. We've all got past Baggy Snails as an incident somewhere along the line, so he's dropped right back. And just going to see how much that slipstream's worth. And that's how you do it. You could see me in the background. Same straight, chasing those boys down. We've got 15 minutes to go, so anything is possible. We'll see what is doable through the remainder of this race. Now coming to lap 6, 10 minutes remaining. About to see the killer Nurburgring grass strike again with Robinson, who's running in 8th and just touches the grass and it slams him headfirst into the Armco. So that's it. Dangly ball escape. Dangly ball had a little bit of, not an off, but a little bit of a sideways moment and lost him a ton of time. No damage though to Dangly ball as a result of that. He stayed out of the wall. But I am going to be approaching Robinson at a rate of knots now. I'm coming around the corner he's just come through. Problem is I'm going to catch him at a fast bit. But that should see me go from 13th to 8th. If I get the move done, so we'll just ride on board with me while we do that. So I'll probably get 8 laps out of this again, so I'm planning to pit at the end of this lap. So I did want to get past Robinson and build up a little bit of a gap, so I don't have to worry about it too much in my final stint. See, I'm not changing up into 6 because that would have been slower. I have to get on the brakes here though a little bit to knock Robinson off. There's not enough room to get around safely, so I'll wait to do it safely. But that's me passed. I've got the last bit of the circuit to pull a little bit of a gap now. Because Robinson technically is quicker around the circuit than I am on race pace. Yeah, so we're on lap 7 now. I've pitted. We're on the last lap because the timer will run out halfway through the lap for us. We've come out in 9th because Spider Team overtook us in the pit, so I've got 1 lap to get him here. There's a couple of seconds up the road. I did genuinely feel like I had the pace on him, so I was pushing at this stage. They're not taking it too harshly. There was a parts of the Nurburgring where I thought I might make mistakes, but at parts where I thought I could properly abuse the car in the circuit I was doing. I really do need to spend more time at this racetrack. See, we're coming up to lap Baggy Snails. It's just been an auto drive for the last half hour or so. So come through there, take it nice and steady here because the undulation of the circuit can really upset the car. People like Potter, Philo, pro guys can really ride that out at full power, but I wasn't confident enough to do that at this point, so I didn't. So you can see visually we're bringing Spider Team within our grasp now. You can tell I'm on fresh softs. I don't lift at all there. I know his tyres are at least a lap older than mine are, so I'm going to have more grip, so I use that to my advantage. I've splashed and dashed in the pits. I've got enough fuel. I don't need to fuel save. I'm all out. So I can see there, again in the braking zone, I'm just closing up so much more. I'm not too bothered about my tyres, I only have to go a lap, so I'm not saving them. And as we come down towards Adenauer, this is where I made my mistake on lap 1. So I'm nice and slow to make sure I don't make it again. Deliberately I was slowing down there massively, just to make sure I didn't repeat my error. So we're right at the back of Spider Team now. At this point I sensed an overtake coming soon. I was just trying to figure out where I was going to do it. I had picked a place. I'm just going to line him up for that. I'm going to stay behind him until then. There's no point making a risky move around the node slide, it'll just ruin both your races. So we should get a good one out of here into the little left-right kink, and then through miss, hit, miss, which I just miss. Closed up on him a lot there, he braked for that corner, and then what you'll notice he does is he... I wasn't going to go for a send down here, actually. This wasn't the one I was thinking, it was the next. It's the next sharp left hander I was thinking of making a move that we're on approach to now. So he actually positions his car defensively, kind of blocks the track in a way, but then he does back out of it. So he let me go there, so thank you for that, Spider team. Yeah, he didn't want to fight that one. Again, another guy who's an American. It's good to see an American with us. So he didn't want to fight that one. So the leaders have started a lap. So they'll do full 8. So that's Jamboot, Buddy. Joanna will make it over in time. Dory won't. So Dory is going to be the first person to effectively finish the race by virtue of crossing the start-finish line. The first one, the time elapses. So you're about to see final lap come into the top corner. So that's it, that's an hour. The final lap thing doesn't appear for some reason, so I wonder if it's going to make him go around again. Or we're going to get a little checkered flag now. We get the checkered flag, so that's Dory finished. Perzel has run out of fuel. So he's literally crawling along. Cutler, he's at risk of Cutler getting past him. But his car is literally coasting, he's run out of fuel. I think he might well be safe from Cutler. So yeah, he crosses the line in 5th. Cutler not far behind him in 6th. Danglyball's had a good race, he's got some engine damage, but I'm too far behind him to make it count. Danglyball was on chat with us and I knew he had engine damage. At this point I was sort of looking at whether I could get him, and you'll notice I'm pushing now. I'm going for this, but as soon as he got on the straight I knew there was no chance. There was no chance that I'd get him, even though he's not going to be going as quickly as I would be. He's still going to be he's still going to be far enough ahead for me to not get past. You'll see the distance between us is quite large, so yeah, it was going to be hard to make that amount of time up. Nevertheless, I'm pushing. Spider team and Robinson having a little bit of a battle. Robinson gets past Spider team for 9th. Baggy Snail's still auto driving it, out of fuel as well. Out of fuel, but yeah, his engine's making noise, don't know what that's all about. And Pilgrim Paddy sat in the pit right at the end, so we'll come back to this one. In fact, actually we'll watch us cross the line. So yeah, Danglyball doing 127 down the straight with that engine damage. I'm only doing 150 odd, so yeah, he's still pulling some speed. I'm closing the gap, but just not enough. So yeah, that's Danglyball confirmed for 7th position, so a good result for Danglyball. I'm kind of glad to get this one done with, to be honest. Not had a good race at all. It was weird, I was quite looking forward to it, but after those first 2 laps, yeah, I just wanted it done. I think if those first 2 laps had gone a bit more to plan, I'd be okay. So I smash it in the wall for good measure, and then crawl across the line. Give him a mechanics yet more work to do. Robinson's car's equally battered and bruised. He's had the same sort of race as I have, and he's going to bring it home in 9th. Yellow flags are out because I've spanned it into the wall on purpose. Spider team rounds up the top 10. Baggy Snells in 11th and Program Paddy in 12th. Let's redo this to watch Jambu come across the line now. So here's Jambu then. 8 laps, winner of the ProAm Nurburgring race. MRC Buddy might walk away from this one disappointed, but a second position in a race like this is never to be smirked at. Did a good job. Overall deserved his second place. And Joanna and is running in 3rd, and that's how we'll finish the race. So that's been your Pro-Am Team vs Team League video for this week. Next week, i.e. tomorrow, we head off to Dragon Trail Gardens, fictional Croatian circuit, where I'm hoping for better things. So we'll do the usual little outro. So that's the Nurburgring video then, finally, done dusted. Sorry for that one taking so goddamn long. Like I say, I do normally try to be quite snappy with these videos, but yeah, I've had a bit of a busy week. Anyway, that's that one out of the way. We've got a couple of rounds left. With Spa confirmed in, the debate is now on what we do, whether we include it in this this league or not. My vote was for it to replace Lissarf as the finale and have Spa instead and do an hour there, but we'll see. Spa will probably arrive with wet conditions as well, so Spa in the wet would be awesome, but we'll see what the organisers decide to do for that one. This result did drop me a couple of positions in the table, unfortunately, so I have lost out to Jambu and Buddy. They now leapfrog me, and I'm now sitting in 3rd. But I do have some strong races coming up. So we've got Dragon Trail Gardens tonight, tomorrow night, sorry, and I actually hold the Pro-Am lap record there. So we'll see. I think it was a 1:29.8. I think it was that I got. I've not matched that time in practice yet with this car, but we'll see how we get on. I've not found a setup I'm fully happy. We do have more tyre wear this season, so that probably will play a factor in lap times. But we shall see. So big shout out to David Appleby Engineering, to Excite Energy Drinks, to GT Amiga, and to Thrustmaster for sponsoring the event. Shout out to Dark Smoker for doing his commentary on the Pro-Am. There'll be links to all that lot in the description below, as well as links to the 4 sim racing groups involved. With no Siroccos this week, they're on a break for a week, so in theory the next video should be the Dragon Trail Gardens video, which I should hopefully get out before the minis kick off again. So that's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all okay, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.